Hey, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I think a mobile studio setup is superior over a fully hardware setup where you'd be stuck in a room or stuck in one studio. And I understand people build studios and rent them out, and also like to have a place where they have everything there. But in 2026, is it really worth it? I mean, I've had conversations with Sky Jordan, who's on YouTube. You can go check him out, SkyJordxn, and I'll try and link him in the description. Now, when I talk to him about studio gear, he's worked with so many plugin manufacturers, and when he flew out to LA and he's in the Alicia Keys studio and he's with all these other producers and YouTube producers and whatnot, they've done tests with the original equipment, say the Tube Tech that you'd run your microphone through in a studio, and he's tested that against the plugin, the software version. Now, I've ran these tests as well in Atlanta. So we had a standalone Roland JV1080, so a sound module from the early 90s. Yeah, it came out in the early 90s. Now, we did blindfold tests. We played the 128, the 128 piano through the JV1080. We also sampled the JV1080 into a Akai sampler. There was an S1000 there. They had like really old school equipment. There's another guy out there called Georgia Music something. He only uses a 1080 to make modern beats today. Anyway, what else? So we played the sound from the sound module. We also played the sound after recording it into a sampler. Then I played the software version of Xenology Pro using the 128 piano from the 1080. Nobody could tell a difference. Nobody could tell the difference. The perception, like inside a synthesizer, so inside a keyboard, call it a Korg Triton keyboard, when you open it up, you're going to see the same little chip, the same EEPROM, erasable program read-only memory. You're going to see that same chip that's inside a car ECU, the engine control unit that controls a car. Inside this chip, inside the little chip, are ones and zeros of data, of binary. These are all the sounds stored in binary. So if it's stored in binary as ones and zeros, anything can replicate that sound. I do not need to go out and buy a sound module, although I wanted to at the beginning when I got back into making music. I do not have to go out and buy a Korg Triton because the Korg Triton VST exists. I do not need to buy any expensive gear for recording vocals because my mobile phone has the ability to track my vocals as if I'm in a studio using FL Studio Mobile. Technology has come so far now. I mean, for example, I can turn on my computer, so my little tablet, open up my DAW, my digital audio workstation, and I can produce music with the same sounds, the same plugins, the same effects that you would find as separate pieces of hardware, but I've got it all on one tablet. So when I'm creating music, I'm doing this with everything on one screen, and I think it's just easier. I'm gonna move the camera and just show you what I'm using. So to make music right now, if I wanted to make music right now, I only need my tablet, my gaming mouse, and my IEMs. I could go outside right now, I could go across the road, sit at the beach, put in my IEMs, and just sit there, have my mouse next to me, and create music. I don't even need a charger. I've got a good battery in this one. But yeah, I'll move the camera around and I'll just show you guys the equipment that I use, the basic equipment for making music. And we might look over some of the plugins as well. Hopefully this is recording okay. And I wanted to show you guys, so to create music, like I just said, for me to create music on the go, on a train, on a plane, if I'm out, anywhere. So I could be sat in a cafe, sometimes I'll go to a library. I used to use Norwich Library a lot last year, just to sit and chill. If I'm out for the day, I'd stop, take a break, and during my break, while I'm having a snack, I just create a bit of music or play about with some sounds or whatnot. But all I need to create music is this tablet, a gaming mouse, because a gaming mouse has more buttons, and then also the IEMs that I use. I sell earbuds online, but I'm going to be offering deals with the earbuds. I really want to get more people listening to IEMs. The earbuds are cool, but a cable connection is king. So I still use Bluetooth. Earbuds. I even downloaded an app today that allows me to use my earbuds as a microphone. So when I'm recording videos like these, I can switch. If I'm outside, I could just take my earbuds out, and now I only need my earbuds to record videos and vlogs and stuff. But yeah, at a base level, so at the core, I only need the tablet, the gaming mouse, and the IEMs. Now I'm just opening the door, so my digital audio workstation, and that is called Waveform Pro. You can download Waveform for free, so it's actually called Waveform Free. The only reason I upgraded to Pro is because I got sick of seeing the free sign on my screen. So at the top corner it just says Waveform Pro. You might see it, you might not. Yeah, Waveform Pro, welcome project settings. When you first open it, you have this screen. I'm gonna go to settings. I just want to show you what I have installed. I usually only have 3 plugins installed, but I've just installed 2 more for testing. So most people I know have loads of plugins and synths and whatnot installed on a computer. I find it slows me down, it wastes time, it causes confusion. Like, the more time I spend flicking through a million different plugins, the longer it's going to take for me to create that music. So we can see Xenology at the top. That is my main DAW. So that's what I use for all of my music production. A couple days ago, I installed ESW Vinyl Guitar 2. I own a guitar. I shouldn't move around too much, but I have a guitar that I use and play. But I would love to perfect playing a VST guitar. I make all my music using the internal keys. It's rare that I'll MIDI up and connect a keyboard. I just don't need it. So yeah, vinyl guitar is what I will be testing. Underneath that are my 2 vocal plugins, and they're what I use to perfect the vocals. So I record my vocals on my phone or sometimes on the tablet using FL Studio Mobile. I really like the plugins that they have inside that DAW. So FL Studio Mobile has some really good sound. The gate is incredible, so I no longer need Waves Clarity VX because the gate inside it cuts out all background noise. The auto tune, so it has picture 1 and picture 2, incredible. It's better than the Waves real-time auto tune, in my opinion. I prefer it. So yeah, once I've recorded my vocals, I will bounce it back into this DAW and perfect it using Vocal Rider, which is it's basically just like having a mixing desk, and it will move the slider or the fader up and down just to keep that vocal perfect. So it will always keep that vocal at the same level. Silk Vocal is one of the most beautiful plugins I've ever come across. It perfects any vocal, and thankfully Waves gave it to me for free. I'm gonna have to link these in the description. Waves gave me Silk Vocal for free. They also gave me some other plugins, but I just never use them. I haven't put them in and tested them or whatnot or tried them. Baby Comeback at the bottom is an old plugin from Baby Audio that was free. So it was a free plugin, it was available online, but when you go on their website these days, they have a selection of free plugins, and Baby Comeback isn't in the list. I was really upset because I used to use it on instruments, and I know that I can get some good effects with it on vocals. So when editing vocals, I can just create a section, so I can chop out a block, add Baby Comeback to it, just to make those nice delay effects. It's got incredible delay, it's got the ping pong sound, it's got everything I want, and it's free. because it wasn't online anymore, I messaged the company over the weekend and they got back to me on Sunday. They sent me an email on Sunday. It's like, do you know what? We don't officially have this anymore. We have the full version, which is for sale. I think it's $40 or $50. But he said, do you know what? Take it, you can have it. So I'm really, really grateful to Baby Audio for that. And I will put a link to their website in case you want to try some of their other free plugins, or even buy one of their plugins. But yeah, Waves, I'd say, is the best for vocals. Waves has got all the good plugins for vocals, and they're gonna have good delays as well, but I really, really like Baby Comeback as a delay. I'll see how I get on with it, and I'll compare it to a delay inside Zonology, if I can find a delay. See, I've never even searched. I use reverb inside Zonology, I use the cutoff filter, the high pass filter, but I've never really, the high and low pass filter, but I've never really looked into any delays inside it. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, those are the plugins. I've just opened eBay to show you. So this is the exact tablet that I have. I'm sorry that it's not very clear. Intel i5, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 storage, 400 quid. So £400 for that. The IEMs that I use cost £32. They're beautiful IEMs. I love these things, but just so you guys know, I can get these cheaper. I can sell these for £20. So I can sell them for £20, including delivery in the UK. It might cost slightly more if anyone in the EU or America wants to buy them. But yeah, I do these for £20, and I'm gonna start selling them as packages. So like with iOS Lightning connector and the cable, USB-C connector and the cable, a USB-C dongle, or sometimes an actual USB-C cable with the dongle inside, which I just sold to my friend in Wales. So he's now got the same IEMs coming, but with a KZ cable that already has the USB-C connector with a really good DAC inside it. DAC, for those who don't know, is digital to audio converter. Now my mouse, this is as close as I could find. This is the same company, just as an example, £90. So the entire setup is cheap as anything. We've got 400 quid, 500 quid. For less than £600, you can create music. For less than £600, and you can also use the setup with the IEMs for video editing. You know, you could edit reels, you could do anything online, anything musical or media related. You know, you could create a video on your phone and then do the editing on here, and with the decent IEMs, you're going to get a nice sound. But it's a really, really cheap setup. Really cheap setup. I got this tablet second hand last year as an upgrade from my Surface Pro 5 with 8 gigabytes of RAM. The only reason I upgraded was for the RAM for making music. Other than that, it's perfect for engine tuning. It's perfect for everything else I do, like website design. It never ever lets me down. But yeah, if anyone's interested in setting up a package, let me know. You can get in touch and I can put a package together for you if needed, or you can just rewind what I've just said and search these products yourself. So this is how I go out. This is what I carry when I go outside. If I'm going to a remapping job, so let's say I'm tuning the car, yesterday for example, I'm carrying the tablet on its own, and then I have a separate little bag with my tools in it. But if it's a simple job, I'll have my tool on top of the tablet, and I don't carry a mouse. For engine tuning jobs, I'll use the internal trackpad. But this is all you need. You don't need much. It isn't that heavy. I mean, I can feel a little bit of weight, but it's not that heavy. I have a little carry case in my rucksack for this, so it doesn't get damaged. The IEMs are always connected when I'm out. I have started to use Bluetooth for convenience now when going out, but for the ultimate sound, I do prefer a cabled connection. I may even go back to using these for my next walk. Just the sound is incredible, man. It fills your ears. There's just nothing like using IEMs. Now, the reason I love IEMs is because normal headphones and earbuds have one driver per side. So you have one speaker per side. That's what everybody in the world uses. IEMs, in-ear monitors, these have the main driver for the sound, but they also have a separate driver called a BA, called a balanced armature, and these are the drivers that you find inside hearing aids, which is just insane. It extends the high end, like the detail in the high end, the quality in the high end reproduction blows my brains out. I mixed my first track using these last week, so I've been listening to them for about 6 to 8 months. Once I'm really used to them and I love them, I've now switched to using these for everything. So if I'm creating music, I use it for mixing. If I am editing videos, I'm using it on my phone. If I'm editing a video for YouTube, 1 second. I am using it for watching movies sometimes on my phone. So I'll connect my AR glasses to the USB-C port, and at the top port, the 3.5mm jack, I'll have these connected and I'll watch a movie. And the sound quality, it's the sound quality, it blows my brain. Like, I'm trying to push these to everyone. I even have a version with ear hooks for people who want Bluetooth. As much as I'm against Bluetooth, I can sell them with ear hooks, and that will just stay on your ear. Even putting them in, they won't fall out. They stay in your ear. They're really, really well made. I'm not sure how well you can see, but there's a little hook on the back that helps it grip inside of the ear. It's not uncomfortable at all. The ear tips have a special ridge in them, which is patented. That's patented. It's a really, really, really cool design, and I just love that they can go in. I kind of wish they made them like these wirelessly as well, because I'd have them just for going out and doing stuff, and then I'd have these pairs for the cabled connection. But I love these things, man. They're insane. Let's go on to some of the other equipment that I'm using, because it is a portable setup, but I do have some equipment that I use at home. Lastly, I'm using a soundbar. So I've stopped using the iLoud micro monitors, and I've changed that for a soundbar with a built-in subwoofer. I apologize for the odd sounds and stuff around me. When I sit down on this bench, it makes a bit of a noise. But yeah, this is what I'm using. It has DTS, it has Dolby Digital 7.1, so DTS-X, HDMI, Bluetooth, which is connected to my phone for listening to music and stuff. I just listened to a couple albums on it. You can see 2.1 channels, 240 watts. So 60 watts per channel. This is what it says in the manual. You get 60 watts each side, and then 120 watts for the inbuilt subwoofer, which you can see. There's a port on the back, and I'm not a fan of rear ported speakers, but I needed a change. I'm putting the iLoud micros up for sale. I've already written the description and whatnot, so they will be going on eBay next month. But this has taken over my setup, because in the evenings, I need to sit down again. In the evenings, I'll be watching movies on this wall using a projector. There we go. So that's the whole point. Music production, video editing, media consumption, everything that I do. But in the evenings, it will also be used as a single device. Instead of having speakers all over the place, it has virtual surround, which works. I'm really impressed with the virtual surround. So yeah, I love this thing. Let's have a look at how I connect to it. So at the back of the computer, nobody ever sees this part, but there is a Kubelux splitter. The splitter was introduced to eliminate noise when connecting to the iLoud micro, so I probably don't need that anymore, but it also gives me an additional output if needed. If I wanted to monitor what's coming out of the computer, I could plug that in there. But this is what I've been using since the end of 2022. I have used the Kubelux 384 kilohertz 24-bit DAC, so digital to audio converter. All the noises, all the sounds, all the videos I watch, all the music I make is coming out of this, and I love this thing. It's surprised people in Atlanta. I've turned up in studios and it really impressed people with this. Like, they were not expecting it to sound this good. I have a few friends in England, so in the UK, who I sent some of these out to before. So Kubelux were really nice and sent me some for my friends to test and try. And it offers up to 384 kilohertz, 24-bit. I mean, I don't run it at that. I'm not running it that high. I'm running it at 24-bit, 44.1 kilohertz, sorry, 24-bit 48 kilohertz. So that when I'm making music and whatnot, I'm sorry, my air freshener just went off. But yeah, I'm using it at 24-bit 48 kilohertz in my DAW, and it also can input at 16-bit 48 kilohertz. I've never ever used it as an input, but it is possible. I could connect a lavalier mic and use it as an input, but it's perfect. It's perfect as an output. As an output device, this is like my favorite thing, and it proves that you do not need a large audio interface or an expensive audio interface. I think this cost around $14 or $16 when I was out in Atlanta, and that's the setup. That is honestly it. Soundbar, oh, it's gone out of focus. Soundbar, DAC from Kubalux. I have to put Kubalux in the description as well. They make some incredible equipment. I was using the Kubalux digital optical cable, but didn't get on with it that well. I'm so used to the sound of this, I'm so used to the tone that I had to stick with it. But yeah, other than that, that's the setup. The last thing I have as an accessory, which I don't need, but I'm currently using it, is the iRig Stream Mic Pro microphone. I love this. This mic is really good. I nearly got rid of it. I was going to get rid of it about a month ago, and somebody on the forum said, no, keep it, it's good, it's going to be useful, trust me, you're going to find a use for it. And I'm currently using it to record this video. So yeah, I've got a new mic in the post. I've got 2 new mics in the post to test, but for this, just for this video, I'm able to capture decent quality, or better quality than I was before. Now, all my previous videos have been, most of my previous videos have been made using the internal microphone on this phone, but it isn't good enough, which is a shame. I really love this Sony phone, but the internal mic isn't good enough for like YouTube standards. I've ordered a wireless USB microphone, so USB connected to the phone, and then it will be wireless, just with a magnet on my clothing to make it sound better. But for now I'm using this and it's cool. So microphone, speaker, interface, and then next to that would be these, and that's it. That's all you need to make music. It's not expensive. This soundbar is currently around £80 online. I'm gonna put a link to everything in the description. That's the thing, I can't really put the Surface Pro because the price fluctuates. I might be able to find a link to Windows. The IEMs, I'm going to be offering them at a cheaper price, so there's no point me putting a link to that. The mouse as well. Do you know what? Forget all the hardware. Forget the hardware. I will put a link to the VST instruments that I spoke about. So the plugins, I'll put them down. And if anybody wants to maybe buy a soundbar, it's the Hisense HS2000 soundbar. If anybody's interested in buying it, you can just have a look online, and I'll try. Yeah, just have a look online. I'll write the name down of all the equipment and then just do a Google search, because it's going to change. The prices fluctuate and it's going to be different in your country. Hey, well, I hope that breaks it down. That is just me showing you guys what I'm currently using. So this is my 2026 setup. I did make a video last year talking about the gear I use, the equipment I use, but I'm no longer using the Alesis Monitor 1 Mark IIs. I gave them to a friend who has a studio. He lives locally and he produces drum and bass. He does loads of stuff. He's done remixes for Goldie. He's not even famous, but he's a very good producer. He's the guy who taught me how to mix instrumentals in 2008 or 2000, yeah, I think maybe 2007, 2008. He taught me how to mix in Great Yarmouth. Really solid guy, great guy, man, called Matt Clear. Really nice guy, man. He's a very close friend. He's a really good human. What else? Yeah, I'd say that's it. I'll make sure I put a link. I'll write down the names of everything that I'm using, but it's a very simple setup, and the only additional accessory is the tripod that I'm speaking into, which has a light on top. Other than that, that's all I'm using to create videos, to create reels. When I do my YouTube stories, it's the same thing, it's the same setup, and once my new microphone comes, I can use that. The iRig only for vocals, so when I'm singing, rapping, whatnot, or recording artists. It can also be used for podcasts. It does bi-directional. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching if you stayed until the end, and I will catch you in the next one.